Hey Alex,
What's up, man? What's
hey,
up?
how's your day going?
Not bad. Not bad. Relaxing.
Mm. So let's get into it. How did you start boxing?
Um, I was in. My dad would always watch boxing, like on TV when I was a kid. I was like 6 years old. So then from there, we just started like sparring in the basement together and fight for like fake titles and whatnot. And then once I turned 9, I think I was old enough to go to the gym, and then that's when I went. Kind of took off from there.
And tell me about that early training at that young age.
Uh, I mean, it was tough. My dad always pushed me a lot. I think boxing's way harder than football or any other sports I played. So the work he had me doing and whatnot, it was a lot, but it was good. I think it helped me as a person overall. Later on in life too.
And tell me about some of the sports you did before boxing.
I played everything. I played football. I wrestled. Um, ran track. Did lacrosse at some point. I think I tried baseball. I think I tried like every sport. For the most part.
And what did you achieve at those sports? Like, did you win anything or?
Yeah, I won few things. I won MVP in football a few times. Wrestling, I won a few tournaments coming up, and then I stopped wrestling my junior year because I was able to do the Golden Gloves.
And tell me about the Golden Gloves.
That was just always a goal of mine. Like I remember going to the Garden when I was a kid all the time. Watching Danny Jacobs win it, your brother Joe Smith win it. So I saw everyone get that chain, and that was like the biggest tournament in the country. So once I was able to do that, I just put all my time into training, and then I turned 17. I was allowed to do it, and then yeah, went on to win it. So I'm happy. That was one of my like biggest goals to accomplish as a boxer coming up, and fortunately won the tournament.
And tell me about your amateur background. And plus, you answer, the Golden Gloves is a good accomplishment to have.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, amateurs. Like I said, I was playing other sports, so I never kind of just focused on boxing. Um, like I didn't have that many fights, but when I would fight, like I won the Junior Olympics and the Metros. Um, but then when it came down to the Golden Gloves was when I stopped wrestling, I stopped everything else, and just put all my time into boxing because I just wanted to win that so bad, and that's probably one of my favorite moments of my boxing career.
Tell me about your training when you were an amateur fighter.
Amateur, I mean, we always worked hard, uh, but the amateurs is like 3 minutes, 3 3 minute rounds. So we train for, that short amount of time, throwing a lot of punches and staying active, staying busy, and constantly fighting like every other week for tournaments. Um, and it's just much different than the pro training.
And currently you are 14-0 as a professional fighter. And your last fight was in 2023. I believe I was at that one. I believe that was Rockin' Fights 46, right?
Yeah, I think it was Rockin' Fights 46. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you were there.
Yeah, I was there. I'm always shouting in the crowd, so
Yeah,
you probably heard me. Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, so what's your next step? Because you're 14-0.
Um, we're back in February, um, next year, so February 2026. Um, I didn't like the long layoff. Obviously, you don't want to have time off like that, especially after I won the title and got the ranking of 14 in the world by WBA. I didn't want to just walk away. It was just hard with everything else going on in life, work and whatnot, to be able to get the time to fight. So now I have some time. I could just train. I'll be able to just train for the first time, and I don't know how long without working another full time job. I could completely focus on the fight. So layoff or not, I'm excited to be back.
Now, who's your next opponent? Do you know?
We don't know yet. There's still a lot of time. I mean, we confirmed the date like 2 weeks ago. and they'll get looking now. I know there's a few names they're probably gonna throw at me, but we'll see what we
Tell me
get.
those names.
Right. There's maybe some guys on the Star Boxing roster. I'll just say that.
I
So
can't. You don't want to tell me.
not yet, not yet. I don't know, because it's just been kind of like the talking and throwing names out there. Obviously, got to see what both sides say and who agrees and all of that stuff. The boxing business, how
And
it's
what do you
complicated.
uh, and what do you plan on doing when you get in that ring in February?
I just want to give like the best performance of my career. I think I played my career very safe coming up because I just want to get the win. I wasn't really looking for knockouts or anything like that because I just wanted to move up. And then now that, I did win the title and had the ranking, now's the time to like give that real performance or give a highlight reel knockout. So instead of playing it so safe, obviously I'm going to fight smart, but I really want to show everything I'm capable of.
And tell me about when you won the WBA Continental's title.
Um, that was tough because my original opponent, he was 22-3. He pulled out. He said he got an injury. So it was stressful because we were looking for an opponent and still had to be a quality opponent to be able to fight for the title. And with work and whatnot, it was just a lot of stress going on. Like if it was the guy that was 22-3, instead of getting the ranking of 14, I could have probably been number 10, which would have opened up more opportunities. But that's boxing, so um, it was tough leading up to the fight, hoping that I'd be able to get in the ring and fight somebody. But um, got the win. It was a tough one. I didn't like the way I looked. Had a bad start to the fight, and then won every round after that. But I didn't really like the way I performed that night.
Yeah, I was at that fight. You got dropped in one of the rounds, I believe.
Yeah, first round I got dropped in like the first minute, and it was just off balance. I knew the guy had really long arms for our weight class, and beginning of the fight is when it's very dangerous. And I wasn't hurt. Like I said, I was off balance. I misread his reach, and I went down. But going down in front of everybody and hearing the crowd go silent and knowing you lost the round and being down 2 rounds right away, uh, it's not the best feeling. I think it threw off my game plan a little bit.
You were boxing very well, though, I saw.
I did move around. I boxed well, but that wasn't the way I wanted to fight going into it. But I think getting dropped in the first round kind of changed up the whole game plan. I kind of had to be a little bit smarter instead of pressing action so much. Um, since I was down, I kind of wanted to push it a little bit more and try to get a stoppage. But once that happened, it was just about winning the next 2 rounds, and then just winning the fight.
And tell me how you got the nickname El Toro. How did that come about?
My dad just came up with it. Um, I really wasn't one for a nickname or anything like that. My dad came up with it, and I was like, all right, I'll do it. And then it kind of took off from there. Like now it goes on the t-shirts, and we get t-shirts for every fight, whatever trunk color I'm wearing, the t-shirts match, and kind of blew up. So it worked out.
And I saw on your Instagram, like, I think this was like 2024, 2023, when you called out Ryan Garcia.
Oh yeah, that was right after I won the title, and then so the rankings came out. He was number 4, I was number 14, and he wasn't getting fights at the time. He was coming off the loss with Tank, I believe it was. So I was like, this is a good time to grab him, and it was in talks for sure. Like it wasn't like it was an unrealistic fight. Like it was possible to get, and then he went the Devin Haney route, which I get. There was more money involved with that and bigger opportunity, and he won that fight. So, but I was hoping to get that. That would have sold a lot. It would have been my fight to really get my name out there, and it would have been a good comeback fight for him if it did work out.
And tell me about your fighting style.
I like to always say I'm adaptive. Like my dad always trained me coming up to be able to change styles each fight. Don't just have one style. Guys study tape now. They watch your fights, and I think that's a good thing about me is that guys can watch tape, and each fight is different. Like one fight, I'm coming forward, another fight, I'm moving around. So it all depends the guy I'm fighting, and I adapt to whoever it is, whatever works best. So I just like to say adaptive because I'm able to change it up and not just have one style.
So who is your head trainer? Your father?
Yeah, my dad's my head trainer. He's always been. He's the one I have the most time with. And then I work with Andre Rozier, Gary Stark, and that whole Havoc team. When I go to the city, I'll work with them and I'll get my sparring out there.
And what does a normal day of training look like for you?
Oh man, normal day. I mean, usually wake up. Usually I run at least 4 miles a day. Um, Sometimes just normal pace. Sometimes I'll do sprints. I'll do incline sprints. It depends the day. Then spar in the evening sometimes, or just do my training with my dad. So that'll flip around. Like sometimes I'll spar in the morning, run in the evening. I'll try to get my strength training in with Scooter if I can, once or twice a week. So it's all day. It's nonstop from just training, watching what you eat, getting the weight down slowly, being smart, not overtraining, not undertraining. So there's a lot that goes into it.
Scooter's a good coach.
Yeah, Scooter's one of the best strength and conditioning coaches out there. I mean, his name proves it. All of the world champions he's had, and the fact that they fight 12 rounds and they're pushing through. They're not exhausted. So he knows what he's doing. He's been around for a while, and that's why once I could go with him, I was like, I'm doing it. I'm going with Scooter.
He had Tank down there, Richard Hickinson, Zhang, and some other people too.
Yeah, he's had a ton of people. He worked with Ryan Garcia for the Haney fight. So um, his name's like nationwide. I think everybody knows who he is.
And have you sparred with any big name fighters?
Yeah, ton. I mean, I've sparred Richardson Hitchens a ton of rounds, who's a world champion right now. Richard Comey, Sergey Derevyanchenko, Saddam Ali, um, Paulie Malignaggi, Chris Algieri. I don't know if I said that already. Um, yeah, I mean, the list goes on. I've been in the ring with a ton of top fighters.
Well, if you ever see Richard Hickinson, tell him he owes me a picture.
Oh yeah, well, I will. I'm sure I'm gonna get some rounds in with him for my upcoming fight, and whoever he has next. I was supposed to be in his camp when he fought Liam Powell for the title because he was a southpaw, but I was too busy with my schedule. I couldn't make it because he was down in Puerto Rico, I think. But hopefully, this fight we could get some work in.
Are you trying to get any work right now with any big name fighters?
Yeah, we got some huge names that were thrown out there to get in camp with. Um, I can't say it. Like I was told not to disclose it because boxing business, like they don't know if the fights are confirmed yet and whatnot. But they're really big names, and hopefully it all works out and I could get in camp with them. And I wish I could say it, but I know I can't. And I was
No
specifically told
hints.
you
Can't
can't
give no
say it.
hints.
Not that I don't want to mess it up because they were like I was told like you can't say anything. So just waiting and hopefully if it happens then you'll obviously know it'll be out there, but it'll be good work and to be in camp with these top fighters and world champions and then pretty much be my camp too getting ready for my fight. I'd probably be in the best shape of my life.
And tell me about your diet, like what you eat throughout the day and stuff like that.
um Honestly, right now I'm not in camp yet, but I've been dropping weight so fast just eating normally, like not unhealthy, but it'll just be kind of all over the place. Like I don't have a strict diet right now, and it's kind of working because the weight's coming off. I'm really light right now. Usually I'm in camp at this weight, and I'm not even in camp, and I'm already down. So I'm just gonna keep eating whatever it is, and if it keeps dropping, then I'm just gonna do that if it works. So everything's going good ahead of schedule, so I'm just gonna keep eating. There's no specific diet plan yet, no meal prep. We'll see if we get to that.
And walk me through a rest day for you.
Rest day. Um, I do like nothing, honestly. I'll lay around, watch movies, watch TV shows, and just play Xbox with my boys. Just kind of get your mind off of the fight because it's a lot of stress, a lot of pressure. So to just stay busy or go out with some of my buddies, get some food, whatever it is. But I don't do much. I like to take rest days and completely recover because the other 6 days of the week you're just training twice a day, and it's a lot in the body and the mind.
Who's your favorite fighter?
Right now, I'm gonna say I think David Benavidez.
Why?
He's just he's willing to fight everybody. There's no avoiding anyone. He's calling out the biggest names, and he's whoever takes the fight, he's fighting them, and he's just destroying everybody. I mean, his mentality, his strength, his conditioning. For a big guy like that to be able to move and throw that fast and still have power, it's impressive. So I enjoy watching him a lot. So I'd say he's probably my favorite fighter right now.
Yeah, he's calling out everybody. He called out Zoro, everybody.
Yeah, up in weight class, down in weight class, he doesn't care. So that I think that's why he's my favorite fighter. Just that he has that mindset. He doesn't care. He wants to fight everybody, and when he does fight them, he goes out there and dominates everybody.
And he's an aggressive fighter. He doesn't let off the gas for 1 second. He'll just keep coming forward. That's
Exactly.
why when I did a video on Benavidez versus Yard, I talked about how he's not going to stop. And I said eighth round stoppage, and it turned out to be the seventh. I was
Yeah,
close.
yeah, you were close. So yeah, that's a bad dude right there.
Hmm.
So I'd say him. I have a lot of other fighters that I enjoy and I love watching.
Tell
Uh,
me about them.
I like I like two guys that so I like Bam Rodriguez just because his footwork is amazing, and I like fighting like that using angles and turning opponents. So I like Bam, and I also like David Morrell, which I think you know most people don't say he's one of their favorite fighters, but he's one of mine because he only has like 10 fights, but just his style too, his footwork, he's fun to watch. He fought Benavidez with like 9 fights, so he's another one that's willing to fight everybody. So those are two. I'm a fan of Tank. They're all like southpaws, so that's why I really like watching them.
Bam Bam just had a knockout victory. He missed his son's birth, I believe.
Yeah, he did. He missed his son's birth because of the fight, but that just shows what goes into boxing, like how much you have to give up, how much you have to miss. No one gets what goes on behind the scenes and how much we have to miss and sacrifice. So seeing him do that and put on the performance he did was great, but it definitely sucks having to miss your son's birth. That's brutal.
And tell me about your dedication in the sport of boxing.
It's been the same thing. I mean, since I was young, like I've missed birthday parties. I've missed some of my close friends' weddings that were like a week or two before my fight. Couldn't make it just because I wanted to rest up and get my training in. Holidays, whatever it is, Thanksgiving, I won't be eating. I won't even sit at the dinner table because I can't be around all the food and I can't eat it because I'm getting my weight down. So those are just sacrifices right there that, you know, my entire life is just like you realize how much you miss. Like once you get older, like how many holidays and birthdays I've missed. It sucks, but it's paid off in the end.
And tell me, when you're walking to the ring, how do you deal with that pressure? Because you got the crowd and they're all there to see you because you got the fan base. You're the
Yeah.
one who's bringing the crowd. So how do you deal with that pressure?
It's It's a lot. It's definitely a lot. It's you have the adrenaline rush, you have the nerves going. That's all natural, but I feel like I feed off of it. I feel like the more pressure there is on me, the better I fight. Um, I know some people crumble under pressure, but it's I enjoy it. I enjoy hearing my crowd when I land a punch. They start yelling, they do their chants and everything. It's fun. And then I've been the underdog before, and where I fought out of state, and I enjoy that feeling too, being the underdog. Just because you want to prove everyone wrong, you have nothing to lose, but having all those people at my fight and seeing how many people come out and it sells out and how loud they are, it's a ton of fun because you just appreciate it and you just take it all in walking into the ring.
And that's all the questions I have for you. Would you like to add anything else?
That's really it. I think just I'm just excited to get back in the ring. It's been 2 years. I know a lot of people are excited for it. A lot of people are going to come out, and that's really it. I'm just itching to get into camp and get back in that ring.
Can you tell me where the fight will be at? Can you tell me that?
Yeah, it'll be at the Paramount in Huntington,
Okay.
and then
I'll be there. I'm going to be watching that one.
all right, and then yeah, the date's going to be released soon, so I'm sure tickets will get going and all that. We'll get the T-shirts out and all that.
All right. All right. I'll see you.
All right, thanks, man. Have a good one.